Coming on tonight's newscast, a car fire shifts off Route 322. The 12th annual Day of Giving achieves over $400,000 for the third straight year, and a new weight room is coming to the campus and will be done just in time for the summer.
Coming up, we will take a look at the weather. This weekend is going to be cloudy, but then heading into next week, we are going to see high temperatures and some sun.
Welcome to the Rowan Rundown, where we have all the latest news, and I'm Alex Cruz. There's a fire in Glassboro. The fire this afternoon was on Rowan University's campus authorities. It has been reported that there have been small vehicles near Savitz Hall, and the incident occurred after a pickup truck's right front tire broke off and the vehicle caught fire. Route 322 was briefly closed off by the Glassboro Fire Department and Rowan University officials. The Glassboro Fire Department was unable to provide any further information. The Rowan Student Government Association held its third Senate meeting of this spring semester this past Monday, electing a new Chief Commissioner of Community Standards and chartering 2 new clubs. The SGA announced that multiple positions were being recruited for special elections, including Assistant Vice President of Academic Affairs and Assistant Vice President of Facilities, Operations, and Sustainability. Elijah Jamison was elected Chief Commissioner of Community Standards. Following the election, the Rowan Democrats and the International Communications Club were chartered unanimously. The next SGA Senate meeting will not be held until March 23 due to spring break occurring during the usual bi-weekly period. And coming up, Rowan Athletics is building a new weight room for its athletes.
I know you've been grinding. I know things aren't easy. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Love, your mind.
We all deserve a place to call home. That's an American dream.
The 12th annual Day of Giving saw $400,000 in donations to multiple colleges, schools, clubs, and organizations, marking the 3rd year in a row. Rowan has seen such a large donation. This year was pretty special, as an in-person event was held at the Chamberlain Student Center expansion, where representatives from across campus worked to raise money and educate donors on how their gifts would impact and help their organizations. The goal for Day of Giving is not only to help raise money for students and faculty, but to also serve and promote gratitude and generosity across campus. In response to the growing population of student athletes and on-campus athletic programs, renovations to the SB Gymnasium weight room have almost been completed. Rowan Athletics have announced that the transformation will be completed this summer, construction having already begun in September of 2024. The space will be over 15,000 square feet, allowing multiple teams and programs to utilize the space at the same time. Other additions include new office spaces for coaches and staff, as well as a nutrition station. And stay with us, we'll be back shortly.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love. Love is the majority. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our everyday.
And welcome back. Now we have Stephen here to talk about more information that revolves around the 12th annual Day of Giving. So, hello, Stephen.
Hello.
All right. So, what is our Day of Giving, to really get into it?
Yeah, so the Day of Giving, formerly known as Rowan Gives, is a 24-hour period where the public is able to donate to different organizations at Rowan. These organizations include Rowan Athletics, club sports, colleges, and so on.
Okay. And how much money was raised?
So there was a grand total of $439,967 donated to all organizations. For example, the Science and Mathematics College raised $39,428. And what's interesting is the top 9 organizations that get donated to get a surprise gift from Rowan University.
Oh, that's amazing. And then how is this money going to be used?
So these organizations get an allotted budget from Rowan each year based on fees. And the money that they raise from the public is used to better their services beyond the budget that they get from Rowan University.
All right, that's perfect. And thank you for your time.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Of course. And as we know, having used AI for assignments is a huge issue on campus. Rowan's attempt to lower the rate of plagiarism and cheating in using sources like Turnitin. This is something that is a built-in Canvas feature that is supposed to detect plagiarism in student assignments by using a specific comparative algorithm. But according to a study by Vanderbilt University, the Turnitin system gives hundreds of false positives. Some students say this has caused quite a problem when turning in their assignments. The Turnitin system continues to be used on campus. No word on if this study will cause any changes. Cellist Udi Bar David brought a multimedia performance and storytelling of the Holocaust and the atomic bombing of Hiroshima to Rowan University. The performance took the audience on a journey on the effect of World War II. Bar David and Sato closed out the night with a Jewish prayer song. Hundreds turned out for the Theta Phi Alpha's annual Mr. Greek pageant this past Sunday. The Rowan University sorority hosts this event each year, with the goal of crowning one Theta Phi Alpha sister and a brother from one of the attending fraternities as the winners of Mr. Greek. For those who attend, you know it, always on an exciting night with roars and cheers. All proceeds from the event are donated to the Mr. Greek Winners Organization of Choice and Theta Phi Alpha's affiliated organization, Camp Friendship. Ultimately, the coveted title of Mr. Greek went to Brendan Ryan of Phi Kappa Psi and Lauren Hefner. And now we'll turn things over to Jackson for entertainment news.
Now let's get into the latest in the world of entertainment at Rowan. Making a comeback this year after a hiatus is the Rowan Alternative Music Club. The club held their first meeting of the semester recently with a heavy agenda. Following the sudden resignation of the previous club's president, the rise of safety concerns with venues in the local show scene, as well as working towards maintaining its status as a chartered Rowan organization. Rising to the occasion was the club's new president, Madeline Reddy, who has been working to reignite the passion for the club. The recent meeting saw promising members and has started the path towards bringing back Rowan's alternative music scene. And next, the Department of Theater and Dance completed their run of their latest main stage production, Changes of Heart, The Double Inconstancy, written by French playwright Pierre de Marival. First performed in 1723, the production follows the love story of Sylvia, played by sophomore theater education major Ilana Leschowitz, who is being forced to marry the prince, played by sophomore Alec Salameda, against her will. The play posed unique challenges, as much of the dialogue utilizes 18th century language and ways of speaking, as well as the lack of microphones for the entire production, and the entire play being presented in a theater in the round format, where the set is completely surrounded by the audience. However, this did not stop the actors from putting on a wonderfully fun show. And finally, Strings of Hope, a multimedia production and retelling of the Holocaust, as well as the bombing of Hiroshima during World War II, was performed at Boyd Recital Hall by cellist Udi Bar David. Through the use of strings, percussion, singing, and traditional Japanese folk songs, and clips from documentaries interspersed throughout, Bar David performed with the belief that music has a way of telling history in a different way than words do. That's all for this week with entertainment. Back to the desk.
Thank you, Jackson. Now we'll send it to the World News Minute. Oh, never mind.
Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Rowan University's Department of Theater and Dance is putting on Change of Heart. The story, first performed in 1723, follows a young lady kept against her will and expected to marry the prince. The comedic drama is a love-stricken story where actors are able to bring out their goofy side. Students' organization SOAR recently hosted an open mic night at High Grounds Coffee Roasters in support of a student recovery and well-being. The event welcomed students, faculty, and staff to share music, poetry, and spoken word in a supportive space focused on celebrating creativity and connection. Open mic nights like this are part of ongoing efforts to build awareness, support, and inclusivity on campus. Rowan University's Schreiber School of Veterinary Medicine is taking public vet appointments. Procedures, including vaccines, wellness checks, dental, and more appointments can be made Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Rowan University's Schreiber School of Veterinary Medicine is taking taking public vet appointments, procedures, including vaccines, wellness checks, dental, and more appointments can be made Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And now a look at the Office of Accessibility through the eyes of someone who works there. This someone has been labeled the unofficial mascot of Rowan.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Special Report. I'm Sam Prince and alongside me today is Noah Weinstein, the Assistant Program Director here at Rowan University in the Office of Accessibility. And Noah, how you doing today?
Good, Sam. How are you?
And Noah, can you take me through some of your day-to-day procedures at work?
So I get to the office in Savitz Hall, and then I start answering the emails from the previous day. And then we also have meetings about students' accommodations and stuff we're working on for the next week or so. And then usually after lunch, I go back to more emails, answering more emails, and sometimes we have more meetings later in the afternoon.
And Noah, how can a Rowan student qualify to be part of your services?
So to get accommodations for housing, testing, classroom, meal plan, or parking, or temporary accommodations, all you need to do is fill out an application which can be found on our website, or you can come into our office in Savitz Hall and we can give you the paperwork on how to register. And the application is only a online application. Again, it can be found on our website. And then all you need to do is fill out some questions and press submit, and then upload any documents to receive accommodations.
And how long does that take to process?
It usually takes us 2 to 7 days to process the accommodations.
And are you the one who processes it or someone else does?
There's a few of us in the office that process the accommodations. So sometimes it's me, sometimes it's other people that I work with.
And how closely do you work with the students?
I work with students closely, really much, like all the time. And then when they need help with registering, we also show them how to do it. We also explain what accommodations they would need. We also answer emails and direct them to the application.
And what's your most rewarding part of your job?
My most rewarding part of my job is helping students learn how to succeed with their accommodations, and also teach them how to ask for help.
And Noah, we only have a short amount of time, but we have to talk about this. You are the unofficial mascot here at Rowan University Athletics. You are the prof's assistant. I'll call you not the official prof, but how did you become the unofficial mascot here at Rowan?
So I started going to sports games probably in 2008, 2009, and after a few years, we had a prof pack club, but they all graduated, so then I started cheering at every sporting event, and I got a Rowan flag from Barnes & Noble, and I started walking around with the Rowan flag.
And no, we have 30 seconds left. Can we do a quick Rowan chant?
Yes, we can, Sam.
All right, let's start it off.
Give me an R.
R.
Give me an O.
O.
Give me a W.
W.
Give me an A.
A.
Give me an N.
N.
What's that spell?
Rowan. And Noah, thank you so much for joining us here on the Rowan Rundown today. Back to you guys in the studio.
After the break, we'll have more details on both the Rowan baseball and Rowan softball teams.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Try to understand me more, and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find ways to support your kids at sounditouttogether.org.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused.
A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out that self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and your mental health.
Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Amid rising immigration concerns statewide, Rowan University's Student Government Association hosted its first Know Your Rights workshop. Student leaders say the hour-long event clarified safety protocols and reassured students. The workshop took place after conversations within its executive board, as well as concerns raised during the recent Senate meetings. The workshop was led in part by Yuval Sar, SGA's Assistant Vice President of Student Advocacy and Community Belonging. Sar says some students were fearful of potential run-ins with ICE and hopes the session will assist students in fear. It's spring sports season once again. Darren has more information.
How you doing, profs? Kicking off, number 23 women's lacrosse pulled away from Ursinus 15-7. Senior Elena Corson scored 4 goals. Senior Trish Gillen and junior Alexis Lowry had 3 apiece. The profs took a 2-1 lead in the opening quarter and on goals by Corson and another from Jess Hoffmaster. Ursinus took a slight lead in the second quarter 3-2 until Corson scored. Gillen then scored back-to-back goals as Rowan took the lead back. Ursinus will then score one more by halftime. After that, Rowan outscored Ursinus 12-3 as the profs improved to 2-1. Schedule changes for number 8 baseball. Profs are set to open the season this Friday in Virginia, taking on Penn State Harrisburg at the Iron Bridge Sports Park in Chester, Virginia. Then we're also originally set to host Vermont State Castleton in a doubleheader on Saturday, but now moved to Sunday, March 8th. Springtime has come around and your Rowan spring sports are ready to take action. Will the baseball team make it to the Elite 8 of the NCAA championships? Will the softball team reach the heights it did last year after being ranked top 5 in the NCAA tournament? Will the track and field teams continue to dominate in the NJAC and win the championship? Well, Rowan, we will have to find out because we will have a whole season of fun and maybe upsetting surprises. Well, that's all. Back to Alex at the desk.
And it's time for more rain. Owen will have more on the weather.
Let's take a look at the weather over the next few days here in Glassboro. I am Owen Caldwell. Starting it off Thursday night, a low of 38 degrees as there is rain likely into the overnight hours heading into Friday. Now, over the next 5 days, and it's going to be a pretty cloudy weekend here in Glassboro as we have a high of 45 on Friday, and then the temperature continues to rise as we go into the rest of the weekend, going up to 54 on Saturday and then up to 65 on Sunday, springing into the 60s right on here. But it does not stop there. How about Monday and Tuesday? Temperatures in the 70s with the sun ablazing as well here in the borough. So it is not getting any cooler after all of the snow that we had in the month of February. So that's the weather for the next few days here in Glassboro. And now let's take a look at our weather window. So taking a look at our weather window, it's pretty cloudy around campus today as people had opportunities to go to class. Not a ton of people standing outside, but in any event, again, it's going to be cloudy this weekend, and then we're going to get into very warm temperatures next week. And Alex, I just got to say, with all this rain, with all this snow, seeing 70 degrees and sunny next week really made me happy.
I know, I'm finally over it. Like, the snow has really overstayed its welcome, so it's a nice change of pace.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll be able to get that a little bit more consistently because the snow, I will say though, the second snowstorm melted a lot quicker than the first one did.
No, I agree. At least hopefully we'll get more sun before these April showers kick in.
Yes, definitely.
All right. And that's all for our show for today. Thank you for your time and spending with us at the Rowan Rundown. We'll be signing off.